What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about the brand new Overwatch tank hero, Ramattra. So, starting right off, I want to give you guys some of the gameplay screenshots. So, this is just a way where maybe we can kind of tell how his kit kind of works over here. We actually have lots of screenshots to check out that are like, some of them are actual like real gameplay to kind of explain some of these abilities. Just as a heads up, what we're seeing in the background is just the Ramattra origin story. It doesn't explain anything in terms of its abilities, so I'm really here to go over its abilities. So, over on the wiki, they have some info, but not all of it is just right in this wiki. We're going to actually have to take a look at someone's Twitter post over here. So, starting right off, Ramattra, what is his role? He's a tank. He's coming out in December 6th, which is going to be Overwatch 2 Season 2. So, how he works, he apparently has like a transformation ability where he basically has two different forms. So, starting right off, I'm not going to go too much into lore. I don't really care too much about talking about that here. We're just going over the abilities and maybe what he does, as some of you guys came in during the live stream. We're like, what are your thoughts on the new hero? Like, at that time, all we had was the origin story before certain things started coming out. So, starting right off, all I really care about is like how he's going to be playing in the game. So he's obviously going to be a tank. He has 450 health in the Omnic form, but in the Nemesis form, which is like the, I guess, attack mode, if you will, he has 600. Now, it actually looks like he also happens to have some armor. Also, it looks like he's got these extra arms that he can use as maybe some sort of melee damage. But we'll go over some of the mechanics of him, because what's mentioned over here doesn't really quite match up. Keep in mind, sometimes things that get leaked, maybe in these earlier playtests, they are, of course, subject to change. Just like, you know, when Brig first came out, she was able to animation cancel and do a lot of things on, like, the PTR or, like, basically the test server, so to speak, right? So it looks like he has 450 health and 150 armor in the Nemesis mode. He also happens to have a shift ability to transform in between both of them, and the left, and I think one of them is supposed to be right click. They actually like mentioned that they have a left and right click. So the left click is a barrier in the Omnic form, or the left is in the defensive form, and there's an E to slow, and it says that flying heroes land down. So that would be Echo, Mercy, and Pharaoh, I believe. They actually show it off in some of the gameplay here. So this is one of the forms. I'm just going to blow it up the picture because it's more important than the background. So he looks like to be some sort of character that has these giant 2 extra arms that come out when he swaps forms. So you're going to be able to see visually when he swaps forms. And what's interesting is this ability over here, which looks like it's supposed to be this block ability. This is from this post over here. Binary. So it looks like we have like a block form. Now, what's interesting with this is it almost reminds me of Doomfist's block. I wonder if they were basically testing out some sort of block function and they just decided, oh, let's just give it to Doomfist, and then Doomfist will get some sort of buff. That's just like me thinking later down the line, as Doomfist is pretty weak in Overwatch 2, at least as of right now. I'd say most people would agree with that. But we can see his abilities over here, and it looks like, so when you swap to his punch form, he's going to have unlimited punches because it's just like a punch, right? I don't know how much damage it does. This kind of stuff isn't really shown off. But going over on the bottom left, from the original like Twitter post, the one that has like some more explanations here, that also has some of these images that were shown off. They're actually in a foreign language that was posted on a different website first, but nonetheless, I don't know if this person is the exact source of these original images. But nonetheless, if you look at what they mention over here, there's 150 armor. This looks like it's way more than 150 armor, because each square in Overwatch 2 represents 25, and this is well over 200. So again, maybe Brig happened to throw like an armor pack, or they did Rally, I don't know. But Rally would normally be in green because it's considered overhealth. So again, these numbers, keep in mind, they're kind of flexible to change. So we see that he has the block ability on left shift, and well, maybe this is another ability, because right click looks like to be the block, but it's looking like this, so I'm not sure what the other arm form is. My assumption, though, is it is that transformation where you're able to transform and have these fists out, right, that they mentioned over here. Now, in addition to that, you can see it almost looks like he has a grab. This could be just a taunt, though, but I'm wondering if this is going to be like a wrestling character that maybe if you do a charge-up attack, you can grab. That would be pretty cool. Maybe their ultimate, they can grab him and like throw him up in the air. It'd be kind of cool to see some other forms. Now, this is one of the other abilities that was mentioned over here. It looks like it's his E. So you can see that there is what looks like to be a circular ability to basically lock down and slow certain characters. So it says that it just applies to slow, just looking at what this post says over here. So it says in E, it's large slow, flying heroes land down. They're showing Echo right here, and I'm guessing what happens is they just instantly descend. I don't know if it does damage when they descend, but it does still work with the other characters specifically like I guess Tracer would be slowed down, but they even show it off over here with Pharah. Now what's interesting with this one is you can see their staff out, so this actually has a completely different form. So we lose the block in his other form, the Omnic form, and you can see that there is a barrier and they have a staff that has 100 shots. Is it a melee staff? More than likely, my guess is it's some sort of a ranged attack over here. We can't really see if it's like kind of shooting out, but looking at how this point like has just started, maybe they build their ultimate super fast, but their ultimate is maybe like a little bit weaker. Maybe it's just a screenshot. I got no idea. I'm just here to show you guys all the info that we know about this character, and I'll try to give you guys my thoughts on the character. So we have this form where he gets the giant like arms, and we have the form where he has his staff out. It almost looks like he shoots out some sort of like little like mini little purple triangles. Let me zoom out so you guys can actually see because my face is kind of blocking it. But there's like these little purple triangles there. There is another form. This could be maybe his ultimate. Zenyatta also goes into a stance when he does his ultimate to kind of heal everyone. Maybe this is part of his ultimate. I got no idea. But there's also this giant sphere. Maybe it's related to his kit somehow. Looking at the staff, that's what looks like it is coming out. So maybe it's just an emote. I don't know. There's just another picture over here. But going over what it shows currently over on the wiki page. So he's got his staff over here. It does show the same like ammo count. There's the barrier. We don't know how the barrier works. Does it just move forward? Does it just stand in place? Is it something where he has to hold it up? I got no idea. But this is a primary fire for them, and then we have block and we have vortex. I'm not sure if that's what they're calling the little like sphere thing that like slows things down, but that could be what vortex is. But there's a question mark here on the ultimate ability. It talks about his like lore. Again, I'm not really too interested in talking about the lore, but that pretty much covers it for Ramattra. Let me know what you think of this character so far. Are you guys excited to play him? I mean, yes, for me as a content creator, I'm super excited to always check out new heroes in any video game. I think this character could be pretty fun to play considering it has two different forms. You maybe have like a ranged form and then like a melee form. It all comes down to how aggressive you can play, because I like playing really aggressive tanks. And I was actually checking it over on like the Overwatch page to see if we can like inspect element. There was nothing that was updated here as far as I'm aware of, but when it does come out, I'll give you guys gameplay of it. But let me know what you think of the new hero and the abilities down below. But thanks for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you do want to see more Overwatch content in the future, subscribe to the bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Out. Peace.